Good morning everyone and welcome back to Crypto Oracles. Today we're going to take a look at the markets, Bitcoin and Ethereum bouncing back up. We're going to take a look at some pieces of news revolving around Polkadot auctions, revolving around Crypto.com, mainnet and much more. So stick around until the end of the video. Don't forget to subscribe and smash the like button. Follow us on our profiles, link below. And also don't forget we have a giveaway of $100 going on right now, so check out the link in the description. So let's take a look at the markets today. As I mentioned, we have a swift bounce on BTC. This was fueled by a couple of tweets online, people getting really bullish about it for BTC this week. Not many details, so I'm not going to go into it. Ethereum kind of bouncing back at the same time, so just positive outlook of the markets. With CRO, which is the Crypto.com exchange, going live with their mainnet, which is the reason for a 20% bounce. XRP, this is a technical move of the price, up 10%, and a few others. We got Avalanche as well, HBAR and Doge. So let's jump right into it. Usual stop at the Fear and Greed index. We're now nearly going back into the extreme greed zone, which is somewhat predictable given the jump in price. Still gonna take a look at this to make sure that we don't get too high, and don't forget to use your stop losses and take profits every so often. First big piece of news is that the global cryptocurrency market cap has touched $3 trillion, so just about touched it. So we are $2.9 trillion. So we are getting there, and this is pretty big. And this has made Ethereum actually bigger than some of the largest investment banks. So this is pretty good news for the crypto space. So we're going to take a look at some technical analysis. Let me know if you like this, and we can do more of this in the future. So the majority of market participants are very bullish in Bitcoin, and Plan B, you can check out his Twitter. He's defined the target for the start of 2022 to be $280,000 for BTC. It's very high, and Plan B has been getting predictions right and correct, both on the upside and downside, for a very long time. So quite bullish on this. So we take a look at BTC, just doing analysis case by case. We can see that BTC was in a slight downtrend channel, and then it finally broke up today, and we're back to 65,000 now. So we are just at this resistance line, which is really good. If we can turn that to support, then we can see a continuation going. So bulls are very aggressively defending the 20-day exponential moving average, which is this blue line that you see here. So a lot of technical trading revolves around moving averages and making sure that you buy the dips below the average, or sell whenever you get to a resistant area in an average zone. And the rally could continue towards $90,000. And of course, if we bounce back, we have to look at the other side, which is about 53,000, which is just this red line here. So this is what we look at as a support area, and then this line here, which is 52,000. So around 53,000. Let's take a look at Polkadot. So Polkadot was approaching all-time high. We broke all-time high last week after breaking 49.30. And this is looking pretty bullish for Polkadot, which hasn't touched, hasn't really taken off yet compared to other coins. We have the power chains that we talked yesterday in a separate video that I'm going to link here, going live this month, next month, and after the end of 2021. Crowd loans. So if you want to take part, have a look in the description. I'm going to pin a referral link if you want to get 5% on top of your contributions. So Polkadot very bullish as well. If the bull can trust the price above $55, then the pair could rally to 63. And of course, we have to look at the other side as well, which is if we break below, we're going to go back down to $46. So if we take a look, the $46 mark is on the moving average for 20 days. And then we had the 38 moving average, $38 moving average at 50 days moving average. So these are our support levels. The first support level that we're looking at is to flip this, what used to be the resistance, so this line here, the blue line, at about $50. And so far so good. We can see there is quite a few wick under the candles, which means that people were very, very eager to buy around this area. If we can flip this to support, then it's just up from here. So looking really, really good for DOT as well, especially it's not just a technical move, there is a lot of news around it as well. And if we take a look at a very long term, so going from the beginning of October up to today, this has been trading in a uptrending channel. We're now on the upper side of the trending channel. So depending on news, we may break out of the channel, which would be really, really bullish, or we could continue trading in the channel, in which case we may expect to see the price dropping a little bit further down. So I'm going to keep you updated on this in the upcoming days. Same thing on Luna. So Luna protocol had what's called an inverse head and shoulders on the 4-hour chart. An inverse head and shoulder is usually very bullish once you break the neckline, which is the line, the horizontal line. It's usually a rally upwards, and we've seen Luna rallying more than 20% as it broke these inverse head and shoulders. And now this is pretty much being reported as well. So on a 1 day, you can't say, but the inverse head and shoulders is in this area on the 4 hours chart. On a 1 day candle chart, we can see this is trading in a channel as well. We have a resistance line and a support line at the bottom. It's been bouncing quite swiftly every time from the 50 days moving average and from the 20 days moving average as well. So looking pretty bullish, and also here similar to DOT, what we want to do here is to try to turn this $50 mark into a support zone from which we can then build on top. Very bullish as well on Luna. Terra Luna protocol is an incredible protocol, really, really interesting stuff. We can take this in a separate video. Of course, we have to look at the opposite side of the spectrum. So if the pair drops down, we're first looking, I think, at about $46 and then $35. So you can see here, we broke a resistance line. We're now trying to turn the 50 mark to support. If we break down the first support that we have, it's $46. And if we break down below that, then we have our support line of the symmetrical triangle, which is down to $36. I honestly don't think this is as likely to happen. I can see it maybe bouncing around and consolidating around the $50 mark. But given the whole bullish outlook of the market, this is also unlikely to happen. So don't forget, of course, to trade with stop losses and make sure that you protect your capital. And AVAX as well, Avalanche. This was also trying to break resistance. It just broke resistance today, and it's now aiming for the $85 mark. We're also going to have to try to turn this into support, which is, as I said, likely similar to the other pairs we just looked at. If the price is sustained above 79 mark, then the pair could rally to 93. If the price turns down, then we're looking at dips below $79. And we can see this is really, really nice shape of the curve. There's a really, really nice rounding bottom here, and then we just broke resistance. Usually this is a really, really good continuation pattern, so we can expect this to continue upwards. So next up, just to justify what happened on Ripple as well, we are up 10%. So this is what's called a squeeze. So we can see that the price of Ripple has been kind of trading as well in a very big triangle since May. We have a bit of a resistance area just down here. So you can see it here. We have a resistance line down here at about 50 cents, which we overcome quite a long time ago. And then we had our resistance zone at about $1. We had a few dips to 80 cents. And now finally we're about to break the resistance line up here. I should have said support previously. The resistance line up here. So we're just about breaking it today. And the next target will then be 139. And then next up, we're looking at $2 and then $2.50. So pretty bullish. Of course, remember that we also have to consider the SEC lawsuit going on and how that will turn. So Ripple is still undervalued because of the lawsuit. And if the lawsuit turns into Ripple's direction, or Ripple wins the lawsuit, then we're going to expect very, very big gains for Ripple. Another thing to look at is the MACD. We can do a technical video, or you can read our articles to understand what this is, but this is just about to start a new cycle. So on a technical level, I can expect this to start growing, especially if we break this resistance, which is a very, very long-term resistance. Next up, just a reinforcement of what we just said. Ethereum is now topping $4,740, which is a new all-time high for Ether. and it's now actually larger than JP Morgan. So JP Morgan is one of the largest investment banks in the world. And 3.7 billion ETH had been burned since the introduction of the EIP 1559, which is basically what the decision of turning Ethereum from proof of work to proof of stake. Lastly, some good news on the public inside. One of the incoming New York mayors, Eric Adams, believes that Bitcoin should be taught into schools. And he appears to be building now on his pro-crypto stance, saying that schools should incorporate cryptocurrency studies into their curricula. Let me know what you think about this in the comments down below. This, of course, very bullish news. We've seen a lot of people, we've seen the mayor in New York and Miami last week bringing Bitcoin into the game, talking about Bitcoin with the public. So this is, of course, very good because we bring a lot more retail investors into the space. And last two pieces of news, we said that Crypto.com is now launching Chronos mainnet. So Chronos is a virtual machine chain running in parallel to the Crypto.org chain. And the whole idea is to scale the DeFi ecosystem by providing developers with the ability to instantly port decentralized applications from the Ethereum net. So bullish news for Crypto.com as well. And then lastly, a lot of predictions around Polkadot going up to $100 or even $600. I've seen all sort of predictions here. So there is quite a bullish view on this, and this is all revolving around the parachain. So once again, we did a video yesterday about how parachains and crowd loans work. So definitely go check it out. It's a good way to jump very early on onto the projects that are running on the Polkadot chain, but at the same time bullish for Polkadot itself because it will now start growing and we can see the first actual growth of the project. And this is just to show you a chart from one of the people we follow on Twitter. So of course, take this as a pinch of salt. This is not financial advice, but this is just some trading analysis that has the first target at $250 and the second target at $650. So we're seeing a lot of people very, very bullish on this. And as you can see, we just broke the resistance line on $50 mark. So again, thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking around till the end. Don't forget to subscribe and follow us on our channels, and we will see you tomorrow.